Your doctor tells you to walk more. So you do. Every morning, rain or shine, you lace up and go. You feel proud because you believe you are doing everything right, except you are not. Walking, as healthy as it is, does almost nothing to train the specific muscles that actually stop a fall. That is the part nobody ever tells you. There is a single movement you can do from any chair in your home. It takes less than 10 minutes. It directly targets the three bodily systems that collapse right before you hit the floor. Doctors who specialize in geriatric medicine are now saying it outperforms daily walking for real-world fall prevention. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, you will understand exactly why falls happen. You will learn what your body has already been quietly warning you about, and you will know precisely what to do about it starting tomorrow morning. Most people think falls are sudden. They picture a wet floor, a loose rug, or a misstep on the porch. But here's what the research actually shows. A fall does not begin the moment you slip. It begins 3 to 5 seconds before impact, when your body's stabilizing systems fail to react fast enough. Think of it like this. Your car does not crash because the road gets slippery. It crashes because the brakes were already worn down long before that day. Your body works exactly the same way. The stabilizer muscles in your ankles, hips, and core are your brakes. And for millions of people over 70, those brakes have been quietly degrading for years without a single warning sign. There is something called proprioception, your body's internal sense of where it is in space at every moment. After age 60, this system begins to slow measurably, according to multiple peer-reviewed studies. You may not notice it consciously, but your nervous system is already arriving late every single time you shift your weight or change direction. Your doctor does not check your proprioception at your annual exam. Your pharmacist does not warn you when certain medications slow your reaction time by measurable fractions of a second. And the fitness industry has almost entirely overlooked this invisible, life-altering system for decades. Here is the uncomfortable truth that most fitness advice glosses over. Walking does not train proprioception. It reinforces movement patterns you already have, in a straight line, on a flat surface, at your own pace. Walking makes you better at walking, and nothing more. To genuinely prevent falls, you need to challenge your stabilizers under controlled, deliberate conditions. That is exactly what this chair exercise was designed to do, and the evidence behind it is going to change how you think about your morning routine entirely. There are 3 things that give out before almost every fall in adults over 65. Understanding them will change everything about how you approach your own body. The first is ankle stability. Your ankles are responsible for microcorrections, the tiny, constant adjustments your body makes dozens of times per minute just to keep you upright. When ankle strength and nerve sensitivity decline, those corrections become slower, weaker, and less reliable. You start to wobble subtly with every step, though you may not notice it yet. The second failure point is hip strength, specifically the hip abductors along the outside of your hip and upper thigh. These muscles control your lateral balance, the side-to-side stability that catches you when your weight shifts unexpectedly. When they weaken, a single uneven surface or a slightly misjudged step becomes a falling event. The third system is your deep core, not your visible abs, not the muscles you flex in a mirror. The deep stabilizers, those that wrap around your spine and pelvis like an internal corset, control your whole center of gravity. When these muscles lose their active tone, your entire body becomes fundamentally unstable from the inside. Your brain is now managing 3 failing systems simultaneously while navigating every doorway, every rug, and every step. Something is going to give. Here is what most physical therapists never say out loud to their patients. These 3 systems do not weaken only from inactivity. They weaken because standard exercise, including walking and even gentle yoga, does not specifically load them in the compromised positions where falls occur. You need functional resistance in real-world balance positions. That sounds complicated. It is not. You need a chair and 8 minutes each morning. Here is exactly how it works. This protocol is called seated progressive stabilization. It was adapted from fall prevention programs used inside hospital-based rehabilitation settings and refined by geriatric physiotherapists for daily home use. You need no equipment. You do not leave your house. You do not get on the floor. Sit toward the front edge of a firm chair. A dining chair works perfectly, both feet flat on the ground, hip width apart. Your back is straight but not rigid or tense. This starting position alone is already activating your deep core more than lying flat on an exercise mat ever could. The first movement is ankle circles. Lift one foot just 1 inch off the ground. Slowly rotate your ankle. 10 full circles in one direction, then 10 in the other. Switch feet and repeat. This is not a flexibility exercise. It is forcing your ankle's proprioceptive nerves to fire and communicate with your brain while your opposite leg carries your full body weight alone. Feel that subtle tremor in your supporting leg? That is your stabilizer system waking up after years of understimulation. The second movement is seated hip abduction. Both feet remain flat on the floor. Now slowly lift one knee outward, not forward, but directly to the side, just 3 to 4 inches. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly and with control. Repeat 12 times per leg. You are directly loading your hip abductors in the precise range of motion that would catch you during a real lateral stumble. The third movement is the seated forward brace. Sit upright and cross your arms over your chest. Now slowly lean forward about 15 degrees from your hips, not your lower back. Hold for 3 full seconds. Return to center with controlled effort. Do 12 repetitions. That forward lean forces your deep stabilizers to resist gravity and brace your spine under load. It is precisely the bracing response your body needs in the split second before a real forward tip. 3 movements. 3 failing systems directly addressed in sequence. Each complete round takes approximately 8 minutes. Your goal is 2 rounds every morning before you do anything else. Most people notice a real, tangible difference in their standing steadiness within 7 days. The science behind why it works that quickly is worth understanding. A landmark study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society examined fall prevention protocols in adults over 65. Targeted balance and lower body stabilizer training reduced fall rates by up to 42%. Walking programs in the same trial reduced fall rates by up to 42%. Walking programs in the same trial reduced fall rates by only 12%. That is not a rounding error. That is more than 3 times the benefit from a single protocol difference. The British Journal of Sports Medicine published a separate study on fall reduction interventions in older adults. It identified ankle proprioception training as one of the most effective single methods available. Not expensive balance boards, not gym memberships or specialized machines. Simple, consistent ankle stability work done in a chair. Repeated daily. Falls are the #1 cause of trauma-related hospitalization in Americans over 65. They also carry a devastating emotional cost. Many seniors who fall once voluntarily restrict their own activities out of fear. Here's what that means for you specifically. You're not being asked to overhaul your lifestyle. You're not being asked to join a gym or purchase anything. You're being asked to give 8 focused minutes to 3 gentle movements that directly address what your body is quietly losing right now. There's also a neurological dimension that most fitness content completely ignores. When you challenge your stabilizers with these targeted movements, you are not only strengthening muscle, you are rebuilding the communication speed between your muscles and your nervous system. That speed, technically called neuromuscular response time, is the actual difference between catching yourself mid-stumble and landing on the floor. The genuinely encouraging news is that this system responds to training at any age. Studies show measurable improvement in neuromuscular response time in adults over 70 after as little as 2 weeks of targeted stabilizer work. Your nervous system has not stopped adapting. You have simply not been giving it the right signal until now. The biggest obstacle to fall prevention is not physical weakness. It is inconsistency over time. One session creates a small benefit. 7 consecutive days begins to produce genuine neuromuscular change that you can feel. 30 days creates a physical foundation that quietly reshapes how your body moves through every environment. The key to making this last is anchoring the exercise to something you already do every morning without thinking. Many people do it while their first cup of coffee is brewing. The chair is already right there. Their mind is just beginning to wake up. It becomes a natural extension of a ritual that already exists, not a new burden added to your day. Do not skip days out of guilt. Missing one morning does not erase your progress. Resuming the next day does. You will want to progress as your stability improves. After week 1, add a 3rd full round. After week 2, try the ankle circles with your eyes closed. This dramatically increases the proprioceptive challenge without adding any physical difficulty. After week 3, Try standing ankle circles with one hand lightly touching a wall for safety. Small progressions signal to your nervous system that more is expected, and your body will adapt accordingly. One more thing you need to hear. Research consistently shows that adults who have had one fall in the past year are 2 to 3 times more likely to fall again. Not primarily because they are weaker, but because fear begins to alter their gait and posture in subtle ways that create new imbalances. If any part of that resonates with your own experience, this exercise matters even more than the muscle work alone. You are not just training your ankles, your hips, and your steadiness. You're right to move through your own home without that low, persistent background fear. That is worth 8 minutes every single morning without exception. You now understand something that most people, and frankly most general practitioners, never sit down and explain. Falls are not random accidents. They are the predictable, preventable end result of a slow and invisible breakdown in 3 specific systems. This chair exercise targets all 3 directly. It is grounded in peer-reviewed research. It takes 8 minutes, and it can be performed by virtually any adult, regardless of current fitness level or mobility limitations. Here's what I want you to do right now, before this video ends. Make a decision. Not tomorrow, not when you feel more ready. Right now. Sit in the nearest chair and do one complete round of all 3 movements. Just one. That first round is the most important investment in your physical safety you will make this year. If this video gave you something genuinely useful, please share it with someone in your life who needs to hear it. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in adults over 65. That is a number that the right information can absolutely change. One chair at a time. Subscribe for more evidence-based senior health content delivered with the research, the clarity, and the respect you deserve. We will see you in the next